Welcome to the 10-minute ReHIT workout. All you'll need today is a pair of medium hand weights. The format will include 2 minutes of moderate intensity followed by an intensity interval of 30 to 40 seconds. We're going to start circuit 1. Take a breath in, exhale. Now the first exercise is going to be a walkout push-up. Here's your preview. Now these can also be done on your knees, whatever works for you today. All right, let's begin. We're going to get about 10 of these at your own pace. Really engaging the core as you walk out to that push-up, nice neutral spine. All right, we're at halfway. Again, you can go to modification on your knees. It's important not to sacrifice form here on the push-ups. All right, just a couple more. All right, nice job. Take a breath in, exhale, and again, breathe in and exhale. All right, let's get ready for exercise 2. So go ahead and grab your hand weights. And I'll preview this exercise. It's going to be a hammer curl with a side lateral raise. Ready? And here's your preview. All right, let's begin. And we'll get about 12 to 15 reps here at your own pace. And you can make this more challenging by grabbing a pair of heavier weights. So really squeezing that bicep muscle, then also working the medial delts here. So only coming up shoulder height on that side lateral raise. All right, just a couple more. Really focus on form here, controlling the weight. Really focusing on the muscle. All right, nice job. And let's go ahead and put the weights down. We are getting ready for our first intensity interval. Take a breath in, exhale. We're going to be doing jump lunges here today. Take a breath, exhale. So remember, this is going to be your top intensity. So working as hard as you can during that intensity interval. Now here's your preview. All right, so we're going to do 40 seconds. Ready, and let's begin. Again, your top effort the entire time. Keep pushing yourself. Going fast and strong here. See if you can start to push a little bit harder. Really want to get that heart rate up. Almost there. All right, nice job. Take a breath in and let's recover. So just moving side to side. Letting your heart rate start to come down. And you can do a little swing and wrap here, taking some breaths in and out. All right, we will follow that same format for circuit 2. So take a breath, exhale. Again, breathe in and exhale. All right, so go ahead and grab some water and let's get ready for circuit 2. All right, so circuit 2, go ahead and grab your weights. I'm going to preview the first exercise. It's going to be a rear delt. All right, so ready, and let's begin. We're going to get about 12 to 15 reps here. So you really engage the core with a nice neutral spine extending from the crown of the head to the tailbone. So rear delt fly here, really controlling the weight, thinking about those muscles you're working today. Almost there. All right, nice job. So our next exercise is going to be a suitcase squat. So here is your preview. All right, ready, and let's begin. So you're really going to slide those hips way back. Again, keeping a nice neutral spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone and just hinging from the hips as you touch down with those weights. You can also squeeze the glutes at the top of the movement. Getting about 12 to 15 reps here. So moderate intensity work on this second exercise. All right, almost there. All right, let's go ahead and put the weights down. We're going to get ready for our next intensity interval. Take a breath in. Exhale. Again, breathe in, exhale. All right, let's take it down on the floor. We're going to be doing mountain climbers for our intensity interval. Here's your preview. So you're going to be running those mountain climbers as fast as you can for 30 seconds. So ready, and let's begin. So really bring those knees in towards the chest, running as fast as you can. Your top effort in this intensity interval. Goal is to really get that heart rate elevated. All right, 10 seconds left. See if you can push it a little bit harder. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, I am breathing a lot heavier here. Let's just recover. Take a breath. Exhale. Again, breathe in and exhale. You can step forward with that right leg. Focusing on the breath. All right, switching legs here. Such a great workout. All right, let's come to standing, continuing to recover, swing and wrap. Still letting that heart rate come down. And moving side to side. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, again, breathe in and exhale. So let's move on to balance work right at the end here. So moving to tree pose, holding for about 30 seconds. And you can keep the toe on the floor if you need a little extra help for your balance, or bring it up a little bit higher in the leg if you want more of a challenge. All right, take a breath in, exhale, and let's go ahead and switch sides. So tree pose on the other side. Holding for about 30 seconds. All right, take a breath, exhale. Nice job. So workout is complete. Don't forget to cool down and stretch.